Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and for the fourth time this year it's time for the old... Right, actually, should I call it the old fun? Because it seems that there's always a nice healthy amount of people in the chat, or in the comments should I say, that really do not like my use of the term old firm. To me, I still call it the old firm, right? My point of view is, we still care as much when we win, and if we lost, we'd still be as raging as what we were pre-2012 as to now. To me, it's still the old firm derby. I still call it that. It's just a term that I'm too used to using, and it's going to take a lot to drill that out of my mind. So forgive me if that, you know, damages your impression on me. I don't see why it should. It's only a term at the end of the day. It's a game of football. Anyway, fourth time this season. Celtic, Rangers, we head in unbeaten once again under Brendan Rodgers into this match, into the Scottish Cup semi-final, where a lot rides on this old firm. Probably the most important one this season. You know, there's been big games against them. You know, the first one of the season, we got to see how, you know, Rangers would react to the season before, their you know, failures against us. You know, the one just there past at Ibrox, very important to Rangers, as they went in with a mass amount of confidence and they wanted to spark some form of title challenge. And now this one, we've got the Scottish Cup riding on the line. Well, it's a semi-final, but the Scottish Cup final place riding on the line. A very important place for both clubs. You know, Celtic want to win back-to-back trebles. They want to silence the doubters. They want to silence the critics. I think we've been, you know, a lot of our own fans, you know, we're not hitting the heights of last season. It was always going to be impossible to do that. But, you know, to win back-to-back trebles, I think would be a fantastic way to silence those, you know, bad words from not just other fans, but our own fans who have wanted to discredit the work of Brendan Rodgers this season. So a back-to-back treble would be lovely, but obviously Rangers riding on a failure of a season at the minute. You know, they need this Scottish Cup. They're looking at it as a must-win, and they will be definitely up for the game. But there is no doubt in my mind that Rangers fans have taken a step back. You know, the amount of confidence they went into the last Old Firm, which was only last month there, they went in with so much confidence. This is it. We're going to spark a title challenge. This is the one. We're going to do it. We're going to beat them. Brendan Rodgers has been having this for too long. This is the one we finally get to put Celtic to bed. And it looked for a bit of the game like they could have. You know, they took the lead once, they took the lead twice. But even with 10 men in the park, we managed to dispatch of Rangers. We managed to win the match 3-2. And, you know, once again, Brendan Rodgers continued his fantastic record in the Old Firm matches, in the Glasgow Derby games. And I don't feel like it will stop this Sunday. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not going into the game 100%, we're going to win, we're going to thump them 3-0. I've came on this channel a lot of times and I've said heading into an Old Firm, oh, I think we can pump them this weekend, I think we could get, you know, 4 by them, 5 by them, which is always very much possible if the team play their greatest football. But we've got to understand from, you know, the opposition's point of view, there's a lot in this game for them. They will need to win this game, and we need to win the game as well. You don't want to lose them, you can't lose them. It's a match which is always, to the players and to the fans, unlosable. You don't want to lose the game. But Rangers, you know, their season hasn't been great, and they need this Scottish Cup, so they're going to be up for the game. And I think this will be one of the most testing Old Firms in the past 2 years. I didn't expect it from the game last month. You know, Rangers fans, you know, with the confidence they went in, they were saying, oh, this is it, you're finally going to meet your match. I never felt that. I never felt that same kind of threat going into that game. I was always kind of laid back, chilled, head into it. But this time, you know, I do feel like there is a genuine challenge ahead of us, a genuine difficult match coming up. And we need to watch. We're doing tactics have to be on point, and I've got full faith they will, and the team's got to be on point. And I have full faith that Brendan Rodgers will sort that. And I do at the end of the day see us going through, but I expect a testing game, a challenging game. Let's not hope for anything like the 2016 semi-final. Let's hope for more like the 2017 semi-final. You know, we put them out in this round last year. We done it with ease. Can we do it again? I would like to think so. Graham Murray taking charge of what is third Old Firm now, fourth Old Firm. You know, he's had a couple of positive draws at Celtic Park. He was beaten at Ibrox. This is his first one at Hampden. How will it go? Who knows? Focusing more on us though. You know, this is a game which, you know, we've got a little bit of dodgy, you know, kind of games behind us here. You know, we had that draw with, was it Ross County at home, the 0-0. Wasn't very entertaining at all. And then we had that game against Hamilton last weekend, which wasn't very entertaining at all as well. It was a very boring game. It seemed like we couldn't get into it. We did win the game, thanks to Lee Griffiths coming on, and we'll get to the Griffiths to Belly discussion. That has to be spoke about once again heading into this game. Griffiths came on, got us a winning goal, but the team was very flat. Granted, Hamilton made it very difficult, and they had a very good setup. You know, they didn't let us play our game. They had 10 men behind the ball at all times, or 9 men when they got a man sent off. They made the game difficult. They tested us, and you know, all we could really do was pass the ball side to side. Try and move forward, try and make chances, but at the end of the day, not enough was made and it wasn't very entertaining. Before that, we did have that 3-0 win at home against, who was it? I can't remember. Was it Dundee we drew with and we beat Ross County 3-0? I can't fucking remember now. It's on a distant blur. But you know, we won 3-0 and things were looking good. We were playing entertaining football. We scored 3 goals and then we kind of go into this past two games of dry football, which is hopefully not what we'll see on Sunday, but I don't think we can be allowed to play it. I think this is a game where that doesn't happen. And it can go one, I think the way it always in my head, I always have the picture of Rangers coming straight out the gate, going for it, flooding forward, wave after wave, leaving themselves vulnerable at the back, which is what I imagine we might see again. After all, Rangers need this game. They will push for this game, and I expect Rangers to do that. I expect them to flood forward. I expect them to try and create chances, just as they've done at Ibrox, and they got 2 goals from it. This time, we've got to be a bit more sturdy at the back. We've got to take care of them. We've got to calm these nerves. That's the one thing I want to see. You know, Dedrick Boyata, within 2 or 3 minutes of the Old Firm 2 weeks ago, or not 2 weeks ago, a month ago now, 2 weeks ago, within, minutes, gave the ball to Windass, it was away. We need to stop this, we need to take time, we need to calm ourselves at the back, we've got to be calm there. We've got too many bomb scares within the team at this present moment in time. Dedrick Boyata being the main fucking one. The one that annoys me the most, and I've voiced my discontent towards him so many times in this channel, but we've got to, have a bit more confidence in the back, a bit more stability, a bit more belief. They look very, very shaky, and it's like when Rangers are going forward in these opening minutes, it's like they forget how to play football, everything channels out, the concentration's gone, and they just don't know what they're doing. We can't have any of that. We've got to be sturdy at the back, let Rangers hit us with those waves of attacks, but just handle it better. Don't show them nerves. Don't let them play. Get hard into them, get aggressive, get, physical. Show them that it's their game, and then Celtic take advantage, get forward, flood forward, counter-attack, whatever you need to do, get us a goal, get us the early goal. Don't give them an early goal because of stupid defensive mistakes. That is the one thing I want to see improved on in this Old Firm. I don't want to see Dedrick Boyata fucking losing the ball to Josh Windass to give him a goal inside the first 3 minutes. That's the last thing I want to see. The striker discussion, ultimately coming back up, Griffiths back from injury, got himself a goal within minutes of being on the park, then went quiet for the rest of the game, I suppose. But, I'm going to get done for being biased. My liking for Moussa Dembele is very strong, and you'll know that. I'm a big Dembele fan. I do love Griffiths as well, but I just think Dembele's a better player, and yes, people are going to hit me with the bias towards Dembele stuff in the comments, but I feel like he's been in the team now for a good stretch of time. He's been getting goals, he's been getting assists. Granted, the last couple of games he hasn't, but he's been getting goals, he's been getting assists, he's been doing well. He's had a little, good little run on him here. He's been playing first team football, he's in the team week in, week out. Griffiths has played 45 minutes. I think it's logical to remain having Dembele as the starter. If he has a first half, then take him off. I think that's logical. A lot of people are saying if Celtic, there's people on Twitter, if Celtic even think about starting Dembele over Griffiths, after Griffiths came back and scored 1 goal. Yes, he scored a goal, fantastic. He's played 45 minutes of football in the past, 3 months? I think we've got to be very careful with our selection. I think Dembele's still the wise way to go, and if he does have a rotten first half, then bring on Griffiths. I still think that's logical, and that's not me being biased. I'm just being logical towards Griffiths' fitness situation, and Dembele actually been playing recently. I think it's just still the smart way to go. Even Edson Edouard, I would stick him in over Griffiths. Griffiths has only played 45 minutes of football, and this is a very important game of football. It's no game that we can, look on and think, it's alright. It's alright if we have a shaky wee, start to the game or whatever. I would go with who's fit. I would go with who's been playing the football over Lee Griffiths ultimately. Then bring Griffiths into the game if we need him. But I have full faith that Moussa Dembele could do it. He had a fantastic game at Ibrox. He got himself a goal, chipped to keeper. Maybe not a fantastic game, a good game. But he got a goal, and he loves a goal against Rangers. I think he can get himself a goal if we give him the start on Sunday, and I think he should start the game on Sunday. As for the rest of the team, I think Bain or Gordon, there's another discussion in itself. I think Scott Bain, the way he was playing, he does deserve the start. Craig Gordon, just back from injury, maybe we do the same thing as I say with Dembele, and we stick Bain in goals, and I probably would stick Bain in. I love Craig Gordon, think he's a fantastic keeper, but once again, I'm going to go with the same what I said about Dembele and Griffiths. Go with a man who's been playing football. I'm going to say Bain to start. I would think, I think we're going to go with that same kind of 3 at the back sort of situation. I think we're going to see Boyata, Ayer, and more than likely Hendry. I think Hendry's going to get a start. That's who I would start anyway. I think it's going to... I wouldn't start Boyata personally, but I think he will start. So I think it's going to be Boyata, Ayer, Hendry. Then we're going to have Tierney out on the left with Forrest on the right. And then Brown and Cham, and I'd start McGregor. I think he's just the right man to go. Armstrong and Rogic also options, of course, but I would just go Brown and Chan McGregor. That's personally who I'd go for. And up front, I think it should be Moussa Dembele. I think that is a starting 11. I think that would be a very good starting 11. I think we'd have a decent start to the game with that. And ultimately, I think our tactics is to be, be more confident at the back, make sure the defence know that, send them out confident, send them out with a bit of aggression in their game, a bit of physicality, not to the point where we're receiving red cards in the opening 10 minutes, but, let them know that Rangers aren't going to be easily getting attacks in and easily getting shots off. The way Ibrox will let them forward and there wasn't enough aggression in the team, there wasn't enough to stop them. Let us stop them this time. Be there as a defensive barricade, what you're meant to be, instead of just letting them in easily. I think the score, I think it will be a close game. I'm going to say 2-1 Celtic. I wouldn't be surprised if Rangers did take the lead, but it's a game where, we can't afford to lose. We don't want to lose. The treble is very much what we want to see this year. And it'd be a gutter to lose it to Rangers. Because now I feel like the very biased side of me's coming out, the very bigoted side. I want to say things. I'm joking. But it will be a close game. A very entertaining game. And hopefully we'll be into the Scottish Cup final. Hopefully, I don't know how we take on Motherwell or Aberdeen. We'll see. But I'm not very confident. I'm confident we can get the win. I think it will be done. So if you've enjoyed, like and subscribe. Let me know your score predictions. Let me know your team predictions. Let me know everything you want to say. Rebuttal my points, whatever. Until next time. See you later.